I don't want to go on a rant here. What the hell does rant mean?
30 episodes in, still haven't figured out what that means.
I can't believe we've actually done this for 30 consecutive weeks. We're 31, really.
The Mountain Dew is in the fridge. I think I'm going to try it at the end. It's episode 30.
The spicy one?
Yep.
Oh, ooh.
Mountain Dew Flamin Hot.
Have something else to drink after it.
No, I was just going to fucking drink the spicy and hope I didn't die. Of course.
Watch it not be spicy whatsoever.
But no, if people who actually like spice think it's spicy, I'm going to fucking hate it. It's going to be awful. Yeah,
so we start sweating.
We got nothing this week, so we need to find out a new opening segment. I'm kind of getting sick of the unusual deaths. 30 of them is kind of enough.
This one's actually kind of it's been an interesting digging into.
All right, let's hear it.
So last week it was from August 1980. Lourdes Maria da Silva in Brazil. She was walking up a flight of stairs, tripped holding a Pyrex glass, and it went into her neck and killed her. So you have no recollection of that at all, do you?
I was hoping it would shatter inside her anal cavity, but that did not happen.
Close. So I found 2 newspaper articles in what I thought was Spanish, came to find out it was Portuguese, threw that shit into Google Translate. So, I mean, it was Brazil. I wasn't expecting it to be Portuguese. So, I mean, that kind of confused me. But, so these are 2 articles about 5 days apart. The first one says Lourdes Maria da Silva, resident at 1148 Tronca Street, which was her brother's residence, died in an unbelievable way over the weekend. The police of the first precinct are in doubt about what attitude to take in the face of what happened. All right. The victim's brother is the one who told police on duty that his sister, Lourdes Maria, was climbing a ladder from the house and in her arms carrying a pile of crazy things. Among her, plates and platters made of Pyrex and Colorex.
Crazy stairs.
Oh no, they had crazy stairs. Nice reference. At one point, she slipped and dropped all the glass on the floor, which sprawled, breaking several pieces. But in the fall, Lourdes Maria also ended up falling on the shards on the floor, and a broken Colorex platter was left standing with one sharp side up. Right there, the unfortunate woman went to bang her neck with a severed artery, and she died when she was admitted to the hospital. Okay.
A pencil topper? I have to pee
again. She did that all for a pencil topper. Why did she go to bang her neck?
Yeah, okay, so that was the first article.
What does that mean? Like
5 days later, there was like a follow-up article, which
what was her
like
name again? Lourdes Gurriel?
Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Lourdes Maria da Silva.
Fucking guy.
The next article said the title of the article was Dead Lady's Relatives Rectify Published News. That was the title of the article.
Wow. I guess they're rectifying
let's
it.
see. Relatives of Lourdes Maria da Silva, who died at the end of last week after falling on the sharp edge of a plate.
What year was this again?
What?
What year was this again?
1980.
1980.
Here, the 2 gentlemen rectified part of our news report about that death. Elsewhere, they said that the event did not take place on Tronca Street, as we reported, but at Fort 764. So I'm guessing Fort Street.
Seems like an unimportant detail.
The relative said that Lourdes, when she got home, didn't bring a pile of dishes, but only one Pyrex dish, a rectangular shape for roasts, and that the accident took place in the patio at the back of the house and not climbing a ladder.
All right, that's a big detail.
They said she tripped on a step ladder, Lourdes fell, and then the plate broke. And the running end of the plate was stuck in the victim's neck, severing her pulmonary artery. She was taken to the hospital and died.
Who did the research for that first article? Dave Meltzer?
It's awful. But like,
my sources tell me she may or may not have died. Plans might change.
The brother said she was carrying things up a crazy ladder. I'm thinking the brother killed her. I'm saying bullshit on all this. I want to follow up more. I think he killed her.
Carrying crazy things up a ladder.
How do you go from up a ladder to no, there was no ladder, and it was she tripped over a step ladder. How do you trip over a step ladder? Are we talking a step stool or a step ladder? Step ladder is hard to trip over.
Well, I mean, it's probably laying flat and she just tripped. Or things were different in the 80s.
Yeah, and like
people were tripping over stuff.
This all and crazy shit was happening up the ladders, I guess.
All right, that concludes episode 30. I think we should start doing shorts, just like 5-minute episodes. I also remembered this before you started talking. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, fucking ideas, I don't know how many people make it to the end of the episodes, but every week I forget to fucking mention this. Like, start fucking commenting. You can't comment if you listen on the 9 to 10 of you a week who listen on whatever podcast.
Leave a review. Only like 5 of you have, and 1 of you fucking hated us. So kiss my ass.
There's like usually like 40 to 80 views on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment, including you, Randy. I know you send us all these brackets and stuff, but leave some comments. We need the channel interaction. All right. So I'm gonna do the Mountain Dew at the end. Okay. I can go live on TikTok, but I figured I'll just make a TikTok instead of going live. But I got a couple of food things. I just grabbed these because I wasn't ready and prepared. But I got M&Ms, which I cannot imagine are any different.
No, they have to be the same.
I don't know what. I'm not even going to try and guess anymore. It's Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, cut off these. I don't know. It's one of the Asian.
It's definitely Asian. It's an Asian.
Can you copy that and put it into Google Translate? And then I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. The Snickers fruit and nut.
I can't imagine that's going to be good. No, what's the fruit again?
What do you mean not going to be good? It's fucking fruit and nut. Nuts, raisins, chocolate, caramel, and nougat. It's fucking awesome. That's like a Raisinets inside of a Snickers. Hell yes. All right,
I still love Raisinets.
Raisinets are awesome. It's such a weird combination, yet it's so good. All right, M&Ms. There's no way these are different.
They can't be.
Smell exactly identical.
They must look identical. Are they like square instead of round?
This one's kind of like weird, but like, yeah, they're all basically the same. So let's just do this.
Watch them all be different flavors or something.
Yeah, right. No, those are standard M&Ms. Regular, normal M&Ms. Just different packaging. Although the 3D, is that a... or I thought that was
Death Trap?
I thought it was a Wii remote for a second. It's like, when did these expire? All right. I'm pretty excited about this. Snickers, fruit, and nut. Find out where this is from.
Said Snickers, fruit, and nut.
For consumer queries... This looks like it's obviously in English, so since we have a lot of time today, maybe I'll just read you the entire back of the product category. No, I'm obviously not doing that.
It seems, yeah, it's American. You can get it in Hoboken.
Manufactured by Mars International, India. And interesting. In New Delhi. Never heard of this. All right, let's do it. It's very thin. It's like a very... very thin looking Snickers.
Wow, that actually looks like a small Twix.
Is that what you call your penis?
No, I call it the baby carrot.
You get a little hint of fruit.
You get the nut?
I don't even know how to describe that. I don't really... doesn't really taste like raisin.
We're sure it's raisin.
Oh, there's getting a little bit of raisin. That's pretty good.
Do you taste the nut?
Yeah, but it's not a lot of nuts. Like, not a standard Snickers.
You need more nuts.
Like a lot of nuts.
Would.
Like, picture of the nut is... looks like a fucking cashew and an almond.
No, that's a good...
That's good, though. I like
good nuts, at least.
Oh, I think it expired. Oh, no. It's October 22. All right, good.
Even if it expired, I mean...
Yeah, I like that. And I would just have regular M&Ms.
You should do after you have all these things, you should do a bracket of seating these.
I don't remember. What did I have last week? The fucking Skittles?
No, you had the Skittles. I remember that.
What else? What else did I have? I had two things: the Skittles and the chips. Oh, those chips. Yeah, those were not actually good. Upon further eating them, it was not. I finished the bag, but it was like begrudgingly. I was like, "These are from a different country. I have to finish these." But they were not that great.
I like the use of the word begrudgingly.
The Snickers is number one right now. I feel like the M&Ms can't be ranked because they're just regular M&Ms.
Yeah, it's just a regular M&M in another packaging in another language.
I have to make a fucking new...
I feel like
we haven't done season 6 yet of Family Guy. So
you're
it's Snickers.
hating the. I think the spicy thing is gonna it's gonna end you. It's gonna end you for the day. You're gonna tap out.
Awful. And then so it was the Snickers, the Skittles, and then those fucking queso chips. I'm not even ranking the M&Ms.
Why didn't you?
They're
What
just
was wrong with
standard
the queso chips? The more
Yeah,
you
just
rate them,
like I don't need to eat that much cheese. Like even the regular Ruffles cheddar and sour cream, I can only handle for like a few handfuls.
there's never too much cheese.
Yeah, you seem like the pretentious type who wouldn't eat fucking anything but like fucking cheese on a fucking platter. Like you wouldn't be into cheddar and sour cream chips.
I don't like sour cream.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like sour cream. Like that's the whole point. I don't like ranch, but Cooler Ranch are amazing.
Oh God, I can't eat.
You think they're dipped in fucking sour cream? You don't even taste sour cream.
I can't even have ranch. Oh God.
You know, I'm convinced you're like just. I don't know what's the word for it. A fucking pretentious dick fuck. Like if you ate a Cooler Ranch chip, you would have no idea that there's ranch in there.
I don't like that. I know that it is though. I don't.
No, that's
Nope.
not how taste works. You
To
don't
me, it
just
does.
no. I know this is ranch, so I'm gonna eat. I'm not like no. I hate ranch. Ranch dressing is disgusting. Yeah, Cooler Ranch. I don't taste any ranch. It's like you eating a chip with sour cream and onion. You don't taste any sour cream.
But I know it's there, so I don't like it.
But that's not. It's not like fucking sour. It's a chip. Like there's no sour cream on it.
Doesn't matter.
How have you never eaten a sour cream chip?
I've eaten them. I don't like them.
But that doesn't make any sense. But
I don't like sour cream and onion either.
If you don't like the taste, that's fine. You can't be like, I don't like it because there's sour cream in it. Like
I think I don't like it because there's sour cream in it, but I don't like the taste of sour cream and onion, especially sour cream and cheddar. I can get away with, but sour cream and onion, I think is just vile.
I don't like either, but sour cream and onion taste good together.
And like the salt and vinegar, hard pass.
No, vinegar's not good. I don't know why anybody would want that on anything.
Hard pass. Why would anybody
chips
like
on a
it's not
sandwich? I
enjoyable.
don't understand that. But to be like, oh yeah, it has it's like Cool Ranch. Have you ever had Cool Ranch?
Yeah,
Like,
I
there's no like fucking ranch dressing on it. It's just like little ranch dust, I guess. I never knew that was ranch. I thought it was just a cool name. I was like,
Really?
all right, they're calling it Cool Ranch, so I'll try them. I'll eat them. So I was like, yeah, these are good, and now I like them. But I wouldn't get ranch on anything. Ranch, blue cheese, all that shit is gross.
Oh God, blue
Any
cheese
form
is
of-
worse.
Any form of dressing, I'm gonna go with no.
There's some good dressings though.
Yeah, but to put on what? I don't eat salad.
Yeah, you could use it to like dip something in.
You're dipping potato chips in salad dressing now.
Not potato chips, but I used to actually put ketchup on popcorn when I was younger.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with salad dressing. What are you dipping in salad dressing? That isn't a salad.
I mean, you could do vegetables. It's not a salad.
Right, that's still in the family of a salad because it's a healthy snack. You're not like you're just eating carrots and salad dressing.
Yeah, you can.
I'm asking what you're doing. No, nobody's out there doing that. I'm sorry, they're just not.
You use it as a dip.
No, you use dip as a dip. You don't use fucking like vinaigrette as a dip.
No, vinaigrette, no, but like a thicker salad dressing, like a honey mustard.
Honey mustard salad dressing.
Please tell me you've heard of honey mustard salad dressing.
Who's using that? It's like vinaigrette or the
I
fucking
have
ranch dressing.
honey mustard salad dressing in my fridge right now.
That's like that seems like defeats the purpose of a salad if you're just destroying it in ranch or honey mustard. Like that's like why even eat a salad? Just eat a fucking hamburger at that rate. Like you're gonna be disgusting. Oh, I'm gonna have a salad, but I'm gonna put all this gross shit on top of it. Like I cannot imagine ranch dressing is healthy whatsoever.
It's also not just it's just gross.
But just for in general, like a fucking vinaigrette's probably healthier, but like you're just gonna destroy it with ranch.
Well, I mean, like most vinaigrettes is like olive oil and like
Yeah.
balsamic.
But like ranch dressing and fucking I just don't understand. I'm a picky eater, but that shit just seems gross. Ketchup, I will not defend my hatred for it. I just don't like it. That's weird. But like ranch
Like,
just
is
seems
it
gross.
the taste of ketchup?
Yeah, it's
Or
gross. It just doesn't
But you
taste
like
good.
barbecue sauce, which like there's ketchup in barbecue sauce.
But I'm not an idiot like you. I don't look at it and go, ew, there's ketchup in it. I can't even try that. Like,
no,
if
but
it
like
doesn't
why
taste
is it
bad,
the
it tastes
flavor
good.
of it? Like I don't understand like it's not the texture because the texture is like the same as a barbecue sauce.
You don't like the taste of fucking whatever. There's no reason. Why do you find that person hot? I don't know. My fucking brain tells me it's hot. I don't know. It doesn't taste good. When my taste buds are like very sensitive.
So, like,
ketchup is just not gross. There's more vinegar in ketchup.
If you got a hot dog Plain?
Yeah. There's no need to dress up your bullshit. Like a hot dog is good. I don't need to put like people who put like
bullshit.
ketchup, mustard, relish, and onions on it. It's like, what the fuck? What are you gonna taste? All that mashed together is just fucking, it's unnecessary.
So like I would be a ketchup, mustard, relish guy.
Like you don't need 3 fucking condiments on a fucking hot dog.
What do you put on your burgers? Nothing other than barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I don't want to overload it. But it's like, why mix sauces? Like
That's true.
Ketchup and mustard together, like that just seems disgusting. But
see, I can't do like the Chicago dog.
New Yorkers will not put mustard or not put ketchup on hot
onion
dogs.
And like pickles.
It's the hot dog, and then it's fucking overloaded, so the bun is like up here. Yeah,
it's also such a thick bun too.
And it's also poppy seed bun. Sometimes they do, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't want that. I need a good potato bun.
I don't dislike potato buns, but to me they tend to be smaller than the burger or the hot dog.
I mean, just get a bigger potato bun then. I don't know.
Do they make like foot-long potato buns if you got like a Sabrett foot-long hot dog?
I don't think so. But the hot dogs fit fine in potato rolls. The burgers, I mean, to make your burger smaller. I don't know what to tell you.
Just saying.
I mean, if you're making bigger, if you bought a bun and you're making a burger, you have the opportunity to just make smaller burgers, which I don't think are bad.
Like, now if you get the burgers that are already like shaped as a burger,
you can though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're so upset that the burger is too big of the bun, then just trim the burger.
Oh, I'm not upset. It's
also going to shrink anyway. Yeah, but it's good when it comes on a little. You don't want it to be in the bun and there's nothing hanging out. You want the extra bite on the outside.
There's this place that Kate and I will go to sometimes for like lunch and stuff, and they have this chicken sandwich. And the piece of effing chicken that they give you is so big, you need to ask for like another piece of bread because you could fit all the chicken that's like hanging off into another sandwich.
Yeah, that's overkill. You don't need that. Trim down.
It's like, how the hell do you eat this?
A little overhang is good because you get that like little extra bite where it's like a little bit of bread and a lot of chicken. You don't need a fucking overhang where it's like this is the bread and like the chicken's all the way out to here. And you're like,
yeah, like I kid you not, the piece of chicken is literally like this is the bread. The chicken is just hanging out over here. Like you could literally, if they gave you 2 more pieces of bread, you could fit half the chicken on it.
I hate when they don't put enough cheese on it though. Like I'll have fresh mozz on it, and it's like one piece at the top and then one piece at like in the middle, and it's like all the edges have no cheese. And it's not. Give me fucking put the cheese on there. Like I pay for the cheese. When you get like
when you get a burger and it has, obviously you would only have like cheese or bacon or something up, but if you have toppings on it and the thing is just so piled high, it's like how the fuck are you gonna eat it? I can't squish it down anymore.
Yeah, that's why you don't need toppings. Like go to Five Guys and get a burger with every single one of their toppings. It'll just be fucking ginormous. And then it's just one giant mess. Fucking Five Guys. I went there, I want to say a month ago. We were super in the mood for hot dogs, and there was no other place close that had hot dogs. We bought 3 regular hot dogs, 1 like bacon cheese hot dog, and then like a large fry, and it was like $40.
That's insane.
It's fucking ridiculous. Their hot dogs are good. They're like thick, and they cut them in half and put
they cut them in half. I remember that.
But they're like $8 each. It's like,
is the cheese that they put on the hot dog? No, is it like a cheese sauce?
No, that's what we were expecting. He got it, and it was just a piece of cheese on it, sort of melted. And I was like, we were expecting a cheese sauce, but we should have known better. But $40 fucking for 4 hot dogs and fries.
Like when I would go to Five Guys with Kate, I wouldn't even have to get any food. Because I know whatever she would order she would not be able to finish it.
She can't finish a regular burger.
She gets like one of those little cheeseburgers with stuff.
She can't finish the little. It's one patty. Yeah. That's one patty.
If I used to go out to get lunch with Kate and her sister, I would never order a meal because between the 2 of them, I have like a meal and a half with how little they eat.
Why even go out to eat then?
It's perfect.
Just order appetizers then. Like it's such a waste of money.
Like a lot of times they'll get something and share it themselves. And just
that's smart. That's what you should do. But like, yeah.
But I remember one time we went to like a sushi restaurant. This is when we just first started dating. They each got, it's called like a bento box. So it's like a little, and they couldn't finish it. I just sat there because I knew they weren't going to finish it. I didn't order anything and I had both their bento boxes. The rest of their bento boxes. It was like my own meal.
Yeah, but you don't want, I mean, if you're like fucking poor, I guess that's a good way to do it. You don't want your own meal. You get 2 meals out of that. Get your own meal and then you take theirs for the fucking later. Sometimes when I'll go out, it's like you get halfway through your meal and I could power through this and I think I can finish, or I could stop now and have like a meal later. I did that at the hibachi. I was like I got too far through it where I was like, I gotta finish it. There's not enough to take home for a full meal.
I've come this far. There's not another
So,
meal out of it.
I'm just gonna fucking eat it. Sometimes I'll stop. I'm like, I could finish, but I'm gonna have this for dinner tomorrow, and then I end up eating it like an hour later because I'm like, as soon as I get home, I'm like, I could eat again. But when I'm there, I'm like, oh, I can't eat anything.
Have you ever noticed that happens? Like you go out to eat and you're like, oh, I'm absolutely stuffed. Then when you get home, you're like,
That's
I'm
my
not
whole
hungry.
life. It's my whole life. I'm always hungry, no matter when. I'm fucking full as soon as I get home. Yeah, I could eat some candy. Good. Yeah.
And I'm never hungry. I just eat because I have to.
I wish I could be like that. If you're never hungry, then you don't really have to.
Well, I do it just because, like, oh, I need to eat
Just have
something.
a protein
right
shake. I wish I was never hungry.
I don't like protein shakes.
Get like a fucking energy drink. It fills you up.
Like literally, my breakfast in the morning, after I have my coffee, I have a banana. That's my breakfast.
I try not to eat breakfast anymore, but like I end up just snacking until my lunch. It's like I buy a breakfast sandwich and then I try to like, oh, I'll put it off. I'll eat it later. And then by the time I'm ready to eat it, it's like dinner time. I'm like, I'm just gonna stop buying breakfast and see if I can make it to lunch without eating.
You'll probably get headaches.
Sometimes I'll throw a banana in there. Like we have snacks, so I'll like eat peanut butter pretzels and like chips and stuff. Then I'll like try to get through the day and go on break later because I don't want to go on lunch at like 12 and then have to be there until 5:30. I'm like, no, I like to go. The latest I've gone on break is like 4:30. I get back at 5 and then I'm out at 5:30. It's like the best fucking thing ever. You just come back and you're like, all right, I'm out in like 20 minutes. This is great. I don't like going on break early. It's like psychological too, where it's like, I know I have my break to look forward to so I can get through the day. If I have to go on break at noon and I get back and I have 12:30 to 5:30, fucking killing myself. No way. It's mental. Like I can't do it.
Do you get 30 minutes or an hour?
Here we only get 30 minutes, but it's sort of like a loose 30 minutes. You want to take 45, you want to take fucking 15, whatever. They're pretty chill. Half the time I'm in my own world and nobody knows where I am anyway. Like they just call down if they need me.
Do you clock in and out and stuff or?
No, we just punch out, just do our time card at the end of the day.
Huh, not bad.
So it's weird. I'm not used to that because they were like, I'm used to punching in whenever you leave, punching out whenever punching in when you're there, leave. But they don't care. They just do your time card at the end. Even I was like punching out. I was like, oh, I went on break for 30 minutes here, and they were like, we don't like just do your full hour, like your full day. Like we don't care when you went on break. They're gonna go back and be like, oh, you went on break at 2:30. Well, I went downstairs and you weren't there at 3:15. So what happened? Like they don't give a shit.
You said 2:30. It was actually 2:32.
Yeah, like they're not gonna pay attention to that. Although somebody was like, sometimes I find myself not even taking a break, and I'm like, you have to take a break. I'm like, legally, you have to give me a break. As long as I don't go into overtime, I don't have to take a break. I mean, I'd be shooting myself in the foot if I worked for 8.5 hours and only got paid for 8. So I'm going to take the break. But sometimes the day just goes by and you're like, oh, wow, it's 5 o'clock and I never ate. Never went.
Sometimes you're just busy too. Like things are going on. Like, oh, the day just got away from me.
I eat throughout the day anyway. Somebody's always going to Dunkin'. Somebody's always got fucking food. My buddy Christian has a fucking blender, one of those blend jets. So sometimes he'll make a smoothie. But fucking, if we ever have an energy drink, I'm like not hungry. Then half the time I'll go out and break and sit with coworkers. And then as soon as I get back from break, I'm hungry. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, but like I told you, I had a peanut butter sandwich in the fridge for like 2 weeks. Like I would either not go on break or I would like, I don't want that. I'm going to go get something else. And it just sat in the kitchen.
Did the bread go bad?
No, it was actually, I mean, the insides, it looked like it was starting to kind of harden a little bit because it was in the fridge for 2 weeks. So I was like, I'm just not going to eat this. I'm sure it's still okay, but I'm not.
Bread still, bread in the fridge does last longer. But peanut butter is probably fine.
It's the opposite.
Really?
Didn't we talk about this? I saw an article where it was like bread in the fridge is a myth. You have to look this up because I'm positive I saw it because I had always put bread in the fridge because I was like, that'll help it. And it actually makes it go bad faster. I was fucking like stunned.
You know what Kate does? She'll put the bread in the freezer. Once,
that works.
She'll take out 2 pieces and thaw it out.
Okay, that's crazy. I'll get 2 loaves if I'm going to the supermarket. Leave one on the counter and put one in the freezer for whenever that's done, just in case you do it quickly. But like to take it out, to defrost 2 pieces and then put it back in the freezer, no, that's insane.
It'll take her 6 weeks to eat one loaf of bread.
Yeah, that's nuts. Okay, that's insane.
So it says when bread is stored in a cold but above freezing environment, the recrystallization and therefore staling happens much faster than at warmer temperatures.
It's insane. I had no idea until I saw that.
Wow.
I stopped doing it immediately.
Freezing, however, dramatically slows the process down, which
Yeah.
makes sense. But I did not realize. I always thought like having it on the counter when it's been warm out and stuff in the house, it's going to go bad. It's going to go moldy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I guess in the fridge it won't go moldy as quick, but it's going to go stale quicker.
Yeah. So like I just went to the supermarket today. I got 2 packages of hot dog potato rolls. Threw one in the freezer, one on the counter. Like I'll go through those, and then we have another one just in case. It's nothing worse than like, yeah, we have hot dogs, and it's like it's on a hamburger. I had a hot dog on a hamburger bun the other day, so we had no hamburger buns.
Did you just use one side of the bun?
No, I just cut it into 2 pieces and used it like a sandwich. I was like,
interesting.
You gotta MacGyver it sometimes with the food. All right, I forgot. Randy sent us brackets. I have like 10 of these fucking things.
I have one that he sent me. I want to do that's actually good.
Yeah, but is it the same one he sent me? I don't know why he sends me a ton and then he just sends you one randomly. I thought he sent us the same one.
The biggest busts?
Let me see. Best sounds, best combos, biggest busts. Yeah, Randy, you don't need. You're doing double duty here, sending us the same ones.
I thought the biggest bust actually
busts.
It's actually a good bracket.
All right. Well, you're not supposed to look at it. That's the whole point. We're not doing that one out.
I hope you didn't look at it because I want to do it for you.
I just see the fucking. That's the whole point. Whenever he sends me these, I just read the title and I react live on the podcast. So now let's just power through this one because Ramey's a fucking jackfuck. All right. Number 1 is Game of Thrones finale, which neither of us have seen, but we both have heard it was not good. Except I would let's just replace that with any TV finale that sucked. You want to throw Seinfeld in there, Dexter in there, a shitty TV finale of a show that was great.
Which finale do you think was worse, Seinfeld or Dexter?
Well, I only know like Seinfeld, they were in jail or some shit.
Well, you've never seen the Seinfeld finale?
No, I've never even seen that whole series through.
Oh my God. I've seen the whole series through at least 10 times. It's honestly the worst finale I've ever seen of any show ever.
I think the finale for Dexter is worse, but Dexter started to decline to some people throughout the last 4 seasons. I think Seinfeld was still really good. So I would say Seinfeld was probably a bigger bust. But the Dexter finale, I think, is like the lowest rated like ever. It's just like horrendous. Let me actually, what was it called? The Seinfeld one?
I think it was just called the finale.
Wow. Great job, Jerry. Creative face. I hate that guy.
I really think it was just called the finale.
It is. IMDb, let's see. That was IMDb gives it a 7.8. Are you kidding?
Oh, I would give that a 2.3. It was awful.
That's generally received as like a really bad finale. I think Dexter's finale got like a 4 point something, and then the New Blood finale also got like a. Let me see.
So a 2010 Times article reported that most viewers considered the Seinfeld finale downright awful and noted that the Seinfeld reunion during the 7th season of Curb Your Enthusiasm was viewed by many as his attempt at a do-over.
Yeah, Dexter, Remember the Monsters got a 4.7. And that's high, to be honest. I rated it a 1.
What did the Sopranos finale get?
You check that. I'm looking at New Blood. I'm pretty sure it got close to the same fucking rating. Let's see. New Blood. Oh, worse. Sins of the Father got a 4.6. And for spoiler alerts, if you haven't seen it yet, stop listening now because the first Dexter finale, he fakes his own death and gets away and is a lumberjack. The other finale, he dies. So of course that got worse. And let me go rate this one because that is I'm going to rate that one a 1 also. Fucking Dexter just cannot. Although this one, they probably got it right. At least that had to happen, but I didn't like it at all.
Want to know what the IMDb rating of the series finale of Sopranos was?
Probably like an 8.
9.3.
It's probably a great episode. It's just the very ending was bad.
Yeah, the people don't like how like the very last second happened.
All right, so it's 16 seed is any Zack Snyder movie, even though I don't understand that reference because isn't the Snyder cut of the fucking Justice League supposed to be the better version of the movie? So we're gonna go.
I think a lot of his movies kind of suck. Because he also did the Dawn of the Dead remake too.
I mean, was that supposed to be a fucking like Titanic? I'm gonna go with any TV finale. All right.
Yeah, I'd go with that too.
8 and 9. Oh, two big ones. Google Glasses versus Darko Milicic.
I honestly think
No, it's Google Glasses.
I think Google Glasses might be a bigger bust.
Oh, 100%. Darko was just like one idiot. Google Glass was like, I remember that was all over the fucking place. It was supposed to be like the cool, and nobody fucking cared. That's a pretty good matchup, though. All right. Ooh. Freddie Adu versus Trent Richardson.
This might be an upset.
I feel like Trent should get the nod because it's football. And
I
most
think
people
Trent
in
gets
America
the nod
don't
too.
give a shit about. But I remember Freddie Adu was a bigger deal than Trent Richardson, so that makes it tough. Because
But Trent Richardson was what, like the number 3 pick in the draft?
2 or 3, I can't remember. Might have been 3.
Trent Richardson.
Yeah, but Freddie Adu was like the next fucking like the American Pele. Like he was fucking. You don't watch soccer, and you knew who Freddie Adu was.
And he signed at the age of 14. How old do you think Freddie Adu is right now?
I think he's a couple years younger than we were.
Yeah, he's only 33. He's still playing.
I think I just convinced myself to pick Freddie Adu because, like, if you didn't watch soccer, you knew who that kid was.
Yeah, but I think, he was a bust from the aspect of he wasn't as great as people thought he was, but he actually had a career. Trent Richardson was out of the league in like a day.
Well, that's because he played football.
He also sucked.
But I think his expectations were lower than Freddie. Freddie Adu was supposed to be like the fucking. Nobody thought Trent Richardson would be fucking Walter Payton. This is close.
It's like, I think you're talking me into Freddie Adu right now too, but just in my mind, I mean, Freddie Adu was a child when he was in the MLS.
Yeah, so it's in terms of busts. It's so close. Maybe the higher seed just wins.
What would you consider a bust, though? Like,
well, he didn't meet what his expectations were. Trent Richardson expected to be out of the league in 3 years. That's what he said when he got drafted. He said, "I'm only doing this for 3 years, and then I'm out. Peace."
Did he really say that?
No.
I was like, I kind of would.
And then they also, who did he get drafted by?
The Browns.
The Browns, and then they got a first-round pick for him, hoping a change of scenery.
Traded to the Colts. He also played for the Raiders, the Ravens, the Saskatchewan Roughriders, the Birmingham Iron.
So what are you talking about? He had a career.
He didn't actually play in the NFL for any of these teams. He hasn't been in the NFL since 2014.
Well, those aren't NFL teams. You think the Saskatchewan Roughriders are they?
No, but even the Raiders and the Ravens, they cut him.
Oh,
before he ever played.
I lean toward Freddie Adu, but
do you know where Trent Richardson is currently playing?
In fucking Belarus.
It's actually close. He plays
close to Belarus.
He plays for the Caudillos de Chihuahua of Mexico, of the Mexican Football League.
How is that close? Where is Belarus? To be honest, I don't know why that came out of my fucking asshole. Just a great country to say.
It's in Europe. It's
Yeah. So how's that close?
I think it's close to Russia, actually.
Oh, fuck them then. All right, so we have to move on. I don't remember anything about the 13 seed, but Quibi. Remember that like television show network that's like only on your phone?
It lasted for like 6 months.
Literally, if that. Versus Windows Vista. I don't really remember what happened with Windows Vista. I mean, I'm sure I had it. I've only had Windows computers.
I feel like it was a clusterfuck.
Can you look that up?
I think Windows Vista was a clusterfuck, but I don't think it. I think it lasted longer than.
Yes, that boy. You want to look that up?
Quibi.
Because I kind of want to know about it, but I think Quibi has to. Because Quibi was like heavily promoted everywhere. A lot of celebrities were on it, and they had a few shows, and it literally lasted 6 months. I'll look how long that lasted.
Windows Vista came out in 2007, and Microsoft ceased sales of copies of Windows Vista by 2010.
Okay, that's not. What was it?
Vista was the target of much criticism and negative press. High system requirements, more restrictive licensing terms. I can't say that word. Lack of compatibility, longer boot time, and excessive authorization prompts.
That's pretty bad. Yes, Quibi lasted 6 months. That's actually
wasn't that recent too? Wasn't that 2020?
Yeah. Quibi.
I feel like Quibi's got to get the nod as being the bigger bust because they have the shorter shelf life.
Yeah, Quibi moves on. All right. Let's see.
Which kind of tells me if it had the shorter shelf life, then Trent Richardson's the bigger bust because he was out of the NFL in 3 years. I'm just saying. We'll keep it Freddie Adu, but that's my argument.
Well, I mean, Freddie Adu was like He never even. He's the same as Trent. He never reached. Although Quibi was Windows Vista at least worked.
That's true.
Trent Richardson never worked. At least you could still run your shit. So we're going Quibi. All right, Jamarcus Russell versus U2's stupid ass fucking Apple album. I don't know if the album was even good or not because people just didn't want it on there.
Anytime I would ever plug my goddamn phone in my car, it would just start playing, and I would just get so angry. It makes me hate. Bono's a piece of shit. Literally, if you watch the South Park episode, he's a piece of shit.
No, he is the record. That's about the time when I stopped watching South Park. Like I remember those episodes, and then after that, nothing.
It's got to be Jamarcus, right?
Yeah, yeah. At least I'm sure somebody got some joy out of U2's album, but fucking Jamarcus, no.
Yeah, other than Bono.
Titanic versus this one seems a little too soon. The Metaverse. Is that even like fully out yet?
I lean Titanic.
I feel like I lean heavily Titanic, considering it was the unsinkable ship, and
I feel like it's kind of misseeded as a 6.
Yeah, that seems low. How many people died in the Titanic? Is it like 1,000?
More than that.
Because I know 9/11 was like 3,000, right? Or was that 1,000?
9/11 was like 3,000.
I know the Titanic was less. So it's probably like 1,500, 1,200.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, 9/11 was almost 3,000. The Titanic versus the Metaverse. Yeah, I don't like the Metaverse. That's too soon. That like just came out. Just Google Titanic deaths should be like the immediate pop-up.
For some reason it wasn't. Here we
1,500.
Go. 1,500.
What did you use? Fucking Bing? Did you ask Jeeves? Fucking what is Jeeves doing today? Fucking guy.
Is that still a search engine?
I think it's ask.com. Yeah, ask.com. All right, so the Titanic moves on. All right, number 7.
It's poorly seated.
Number 7 is the war on drugs with a picture of Nixon, which I also think, wasn't Reagan also part of that too?
I believe so.
Although that was like different eras.
Maybe we're still fighting that war today.
Maybe there's 2 different war on drugs, and then the Cristiano Ronaldo bust, which is quite literally a bust, but it's that disgusting. Like,
so awful.
Who would even like? Do you imagine being that artist and being like, "Yeah, I'm going to submit this"?
That is awful.
I'm going to go with the war on drugs. I don't even need to talk about that. All right, Firefest versus Star Wars prequel. This is not even worth a discussion. Star Wars prequel seemed like they get too much hate. Firefest was like one of the biggest fucking disasters ever.
Did you watch the documentary on Netflix?
No. Fucking jaw rule. Dude should be in jail.
It's Firefest all the fucking way.
All right, so we got TV show finale versus Google Glasses. It's a different kind of bust.
Yeah, I guess I might go Google Glasses.
If you were super happy about Google Glasses and you were ready for it, then it sucked. It's a bust. But if you didn't really care, then it's like, well, I wasn't going to buy them anyway. But if you get invested in a TV show and the finale blows, I'd say it probably costs way more money for Google. So we're going to go Google Glasses.
An upset. I agree.
Freddie Adu versus Quibi.
This is a tough one.
I don't know which one to pick. Because like Freddie Adu was like the Wayne Gretzky of hockey. He was supposed to be like fucking the Wayne Gretzky of soccer. He
at least had a long career. So he was still good enough to play. He may not have lived up to the expectations, but he was still good enough to play. Yeah, Quibi lasted 6 fucking months.
I want to pick Freddie Adu, but I think it's Quibi.
You just hate Freddie Adu.
No, I want him to win. At least win something.
I think it's got to be Quibi.
Quibi was promoted a lot, and I remember that. I wonder what shows were on Quibi. I feel like Kevin Hart did something with Quibi. I don't know. It was just like you couldn't watch it anywhere but a mobile device, right?
I think so. It was also like the episodes were short.
They were also shot. Quibi sucks. Okay. So Jamarcus Russell versus the Titanic. Seemed interchangeable to me, considering he was fucking like the size of the Titanic.
He still is, I think. I think he's really fat.
I would just go with the Titanic.
Yeah, it's got to be. But also, like, how is Quibi seated higher than the Titanic?
It's more recent, I guess. I don't know. These guys are fucking dumbasses. What do you want? The only people who could come up with a worse list would be fucking Lumberland. Those morons. So then we got the war on drugs versus the Fire Fest.
This is a tough one, but I gotta lean Firefest, right?
I feel like the war on drugs, like they probably did some good, but like the Fire Fest was just bad all around. Nothing good about it. I agree. Fire Fest. So we got Google Glasses versus Quibi. What was more hyped? Google Glasses was what, like 15 years ago?
Was it that long ago?
Of course, every time I type in Google on the search bar, just why am I on Bing now? Jesus, Google Glasses. Or was it Google Glass?
They came out in 2014.
I remember there was a Simpsons episode about
The
it.
prototype were called Glass Explorers. That
They
came
also
out in
cost
2013.
$1,500. Jesus.
Yes. That's a ripoff.
I mean, what the fuck was the point of these? Why do we need that?
Ripoff.
I feel like who was behind Quibi? Because Google's a pretty big company, to put it modestly, and they fucking blew this with their glass. Just
It
seems
was
like
founded by somebody named Jeffrey Katzenberg.
yeah, okay, we're gonna go Google Glass, I think. If you have the
Quibi
monster of Google,
also got bought for less than $100 million by Roku.
I guess that must be where their library is of
Yep.
all like 3 shows. I'm gonna go Google Glass just because you got the monster of Google behind it. And now
I
you
agree with
have
that.
the 6 seed and the 2 seed, Titanic versus Firefest.
I gotta go Titanic, right?
Yeah, people kind of died. So
Yeah, I mean,
and then Titanic has to win, right? And people fucking died on
yeah,
the
it's gotta be
unsinkable
Titanic.
ship. The Titanic wins. They finally did something. Good job, Titanic.
You did it, everyone. You did it. You were
Right.
unsinkable, but you couldn't sink this list.
All right, let's go worst trend. Ready?
I'm
The
ready.
worst trend. The number 1 seed. Seems a little high for this. Remember planking?
Oh my god, I hated that.
I don't know. And then versus the 16 seed is a picture of Saquon drafting a running back in the first round. That works sometimes. Planking is just
Wait,
unless you're
drafting
like
a running back in the first round or
a
like
running back in round 1.
that's terrible.
I guess they should have done in like the top 10.
Exactly. The drafting maybe top 5.
But if you need a running back, fucking take it. Like I don't have a problem if that's what you need. But planking is the way they worded it in round 1 is just dumb.
Yeah, it should be like top 5, top 10, something like that. Because round 1, you could get a steal at like 29.
All right. 8 and 9 seed. Tough. This is tough. Ed Hardy / Tap Out. So all those like stupid clothing brands versus CrossFit / Tough Mudders.
Oh, fucking CrossFitters. Oh my god, they're so goddamn out. They're worse than me with Peloton.
That's not possible. But that's at least CrossFit has like the benefit to it. You saw anybody wearing an Ed Hardy t-shirt, you're just like, that is a giant D-bag.
Do people still wear them?
I can't. Maybe ironically.
Like, do
Or
they
like a
make Ed Hardy
throwback.
t-shirts anymore and shit? Like, do they?
And Tap Out is WWE. Remember when they were fucking with Tap Out?
Yep.
I don't know.
But I
anything about
associate
Affliction.
Tap Out with CrossFitting.
I wonder were Ed Hardy people. I don't think they were like rubbing it in your face. CrossFitters just never like shut the fuck up.
I do CrossFit. Yeah, fuck you.
So I'm gonna go with CrossFitters on that one. Okay, I don't understand this one. The worst trend: licking ice cream tubs and putting them back. Oh, that fucking trend. I don't think that was a trend. Versus water bottle flipping. Water bottle flipping, fucking awesome. That was a fun trend. That's people still do that. Licking ice cream and putting it back. That got that fucking woman like arrested.
Oh, that.
I'm assuming they mean in like supermarkets. and
Yeah,
stuff.
I would. That's illegal too.
Water bottle flipping shouldn't be on here. That's actually kind of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the illegal activity on that one.
What seed was that? 5?
5. And then the 4 versus 13. Gender reveals versus dabbing.
I would. Ooh.
I've never been a huge fan of the gender reveals, unless there's like the fails are great. They like throw the baseball and the guy doesn't swing and it fucking falls on the ground and explodes, or they fucking do the poppers the wrong way. I think dabbing was kind of fun.
Annoying. Dabbing's annoying though.
That was kind of fun though. I mean, unless you didn't like the Panthers.
Oh, when you say dabbing, I think of Cam Newton.
Yeah. What's a worse trend though? You see somebody dab, or it's like we're having a gender reveal party.
If Kate and I ever have a child, we will not have a gender reveal party.
Then I feel like that has to win then.
Like if we do,
I could see you dabbing at least
Kate,
once in a
when you're
while.
listening to this, if we're lucky enough to have children and you want to have a gender reveal party, I'm getting a divorce.
I mean, I feel like the party is nice, and you can just be like, "Hey, it's a boy." You don't have
Instead
to
of having to do like all the pomp and circumstance, like, "Oh, we don't know, what will it be? It's a piñata."
Then you have to get like that, and somebody else has to do it because parents can't do it. So we'll go with gender reveals.
What seed was that?
A 4 seed. The 3 and the 14. Slacktivism. You can look that one up. I'm guessing that's trying to be active in something, but not really doing anything. And then the 14 seed is put in the office in your dating profile. I'm just looking for the gym to my Pam. Well, why don't you go fuck yourself?
So, slacktivism is the practice of supporting a political or social cause by means such as social media or online petitions, characterized as involving very little, but you're still doing something.
Yeah,
you're still signing a petition or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, slacktivism is fine. Like that's not a lot. Not everybody's going to get on the fucking street and protest. At least you can voice your opinion for something.
You're at least doing something.
Putting the office in your dating profile. Boom, upset. Number 6 versus the 11. I don't like. Number 6 is good. This is not a bad trend. YouTube pranksters versus epic bacon / mustache era. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Say that again.
It's a picture of Ron Swanson. It says epic bacon / mustache era. What the fuck does that mean?
Well,
I still watch some of the pranksters from YouTube. They're hilarious.
I mean, Ron Swanson was. It's basically making like the Ron Swanson stuff from Parks and Rec.
Okay, then he loses.
He should. Neither one of those should be on there.
Yeah, that's very dumb. Because he's actually, I don't know that show a lot, but he's like, seems like.
Can we just cancel them both out and have the 14 seed advance?
That's go. Somebody has to lose, and I'm gonna put Ron Swanson in there, and then The Office can beat him. Ooh, number 7 and number 10, Frosted Tips versus social media influencers.
Oh God, they're both awful.
I don't think Frosted Tips have any positive whatsoever.
But I don't think social media influencers do either.
Sure they do. They can influence for good. They're not all fucking like jackass fucks.
90% of them are jackass fucks.
Yeah, but 100% of Frosted Tips are terrible.
I mean, there could be a valid reason why you have Frosted Tips. Like you like penis.
There couldn't be.
Unless
you're talking about your penis being frostbitten, and that's literally frosted. You frosted your tip off. I feel like Frosted Tips. This is a picture of Justin Timberlake. It just looks like the biggest D-bag.
Yeah, but also doesn't when like OBJ, his hair, would you consider that Frosted Tips? No, because he just dyes it all blonde.
But I mean, the picture of Justin Timberlake is just him blonde.
Are those Frosted Tips?
Not really.
Do I not know what Frosted Tips are?
I thought they were just like the top.
Oh, so Frosted Tips refer to a men's hairstyle in which the hair is cut short and formed into short spikes with hair gel or hairspray. The hair is bleached.
Guy Fieri, Lance Bass, Mark McGrath.
In my head, I did not think that was Frosted Tips. And I guess neither did you.
No, that's more what I thought it was compared to this picture of Justin, where it's just him being blonde. But I guess his whole head is blonde, but the side is black. I feel like Frosted Tips is just no. There's no reason. It's just bad. Pete Davidson right there.
Pete Davidson in general.
All right, Frosted Tips is moving it. 2 versus 15, swag era. I don't know exactly what they mean by that. Versus flat earthers.
I'm sorry, flat earthers should be way higher than a 15 seed.
Yeah.
Is it a picture of Kyrie?
Yep.
I knew it.
I don't know what swag era means, but swag is cool. I feel like we have a giant upset here.
Yeah,
flat earthers are like this fucking D-bag. I think flat earthers are coming out of this region, just looking at the rest.
It's got to be flat earthers. They're literally. Right. This is so This is a miscarriage of justice for them being a 15 seed.
This is another badly seeded bracket. So we got planking versus CrossFit.
CrossFit upset.
Even though CrossFit should be way higher.
I agree.
Licking ice cream and gender reveals.
Both terrible, but I still got to go the illegal activity.
I feel like that shouldn't be on there because that was not. I don't remember that being that big. I remember like 1 or 2 videos popping up, but most people are like, "This is just."
So then, do we lean because of that?
This
Lean
is just
gender
dumb.
reveal.
I feel like that's not really a trend. So let's go gender reveal. Don't fucking lick ice cream. Don't do anything with food in a grocery store.
Don't do something illegal. Just don't be a piece of shit.
Do Coke if you want. That's fine.
Yeah, it's only illegal in some places.
So we're going Office is beating fucking mustache bacon.
Yep.
And then Frosted Tips versus Flat Earthers.
Flat Earthers.
So we got CrossFit versus gender reveals.
This is a good matchup.
I think CrossFit.
Both are obnoxious, and I think CrossFit's way more obnoxious.
Yeah, CrossFitters are putting in your face. Nobody's like, "Oh, you didn't have a gender reveal party? What the fuck? You're stupid." Like, I'm going CrossFit, and then I'm definitely gonna go Flat Earth. I don't even remember who they're facing, but it's Flat Earth.
The
Office. Yeah, no, Flat Earth.
And
what is worse? I feel like Flat Earth has to win because it's just.
I think
they're defending something that's scientifically been proven to be wrong.
Cinderella went to the dance. Cinderella won the dance.
Is this the lowest seed that ever won? Flat Earther should be like the 1 seed. Planking should be a 15 seed. No, fuck swag era. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Barstool?
What was the 2 seed?
Fucking swag.
And the 3 seed
was your dad.
He was a 7.
He was a huge trend, really bad trend. Slacktivism.
See, like these are just all misseeded.
Horribly misseeded.
This might have been the worst misseeded one that we've had. Because Flat Earthers and CrossFitters should have been top 4. You could almost convince me that planking could be like a 4 or 5 seed, maybe not a 15.
Like, that's an annoying trend, but there was like, there's really no harm to that fucking planking.
Dude, you just look like an idiot.
Fucking planking. I wonder who comes up with this stuff. Is it just like fucking I just fucking found this meme. It was fucking I couldn't stop laughing. When you Google when was running invented, 1748. Running was invented in 1748 by Thomas Running when he tried to walk twice at the same time. And it's a picture of a guy being chased by a lion. Like, that is the fucking.
Oh, that's actually really funny.
And have you seen this stuff? Do you follow Brad Easy on TikTok?
No.
Whenever you see the ones
I only see them when you post them.
He's like the fucking one of my favorite ones is leaving at 8:07, hoping to get to work by 8. And it's just him running out to go to his car. It's like it's just so simple, yet it's the fucking funniest thing. And that song that he uses is fucking perfect. Like, if I was gay, I would do that guy, like, straight up. If I were fully gay, I'm bi-curious.
Always.
I fucking love that guy. I wish I could be that funny. I'm more situational funny. Like, if something happens, I can come up with we brought something down to the corporate offices, and my buddy Carlos is like, "Hey, this is defective. Can I just leave it here?" And they go, "Yeah." And I go, "All right, he's also defective. Can I leave him here?" And then I walked away. I was like, "That's situational funny. I can't like do stand-up comedy, right?" Just
did you get taken into HR for that too?
He as a joke, we had to walk back upstairs, and the HR office is right there, and he goes to walk right into the office. Like, I'm gonna get you fired for that joke. I took the sexual harassment course like last month or 2 months ago. Everything is sexual harassment.
Was there a sexual harassment panda?
There was the no trash cougar though. There was literally one example. It was like,
what was his name? Gary?
I think it was Gary the no trash cougar. Give a garbage, throw out your garbage. And one of the things was like, "Hey, nice haircut." And then the person who had that said to them went to HR and reported it.
How is that sexual harassment?
Anything commenting on your appearance can be taken the wrong way. It's like you literally could get fired for anything or in trouble for anything. Just don't talk to your coworkers is what I
basically like if you were not wearing glasses tomorrow and we're wearing contacts, it's like, "Oh, you don't have glasses today." Sexual harassment.
Kind of, basically, like, "Oh, your eyes look nice.
You look good without glasses." Oh,
and then
you want to do me?
At the end of the class, they played I don't remember what game, like Jackbox games, but it was like whoever answers the question faster gets like more points. So they ranked us. So it was like actually a decent sexual harassment course. It's kind of fun. But I was just all
of our
I can't say anything.
Are just on.
Yeah, it's so much better than just doing it on the computer.
Like we have compliance training every year, and I have to like July 15th to do this. I have like 4 hours worth of videos I have to watch, and it's always the same things. My favorite is I work at home. I've been working from home for 2 years. I'll be working from home for the foreseeable future. There will be an occasion I have to go into a store and things like that. I have to take active shooter training still.
I mean, somebody could shoot your house up.
I mean, if they do, they earned it. The gang wars in Poughkeepsie.
Apparently in Connecticut, you only have to take that sexual harassment class once every like 10 years.
I think it's like once every 2 years. I don't think it's 10.
She said we're not going to have to take it for a while.
Oh, that's good.
I was like, that seems like not a smart thing to do, though. Because
Yeah,
people
especially
need
this
to
day and age.
people need to be reminded. I wonder if I can find that easily. There's no way I'm going to be able to figure out how long you have to take it.
I'm trying to find it too as we speak.
It'll be fucking forever. So
it says Connecticut employers must provide sexual harassment training for 2 hours at least once every 10 years, but suggest training once every 3 years.
Once every 10 years. That's so bad. Especially when shit's changing like now.
Mm-hmm.
You should do that every.
If you have younger employees that are obviously going to mature and grow older, they could turn into sexual deviants.
I would say if they did it once a year, it wouldn't bother me that much. Doing it fucking every couple of years doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, we do our stuff every year, and like it's always the same video. They don't update the video either.
I don't think I even made it like an hour past the meeting before I made some stupid joke. I was like, I'm gonna get fired. I'm like so glad I wasn't in there with one of my friends where I was just like, we had just been giggling the whole time. But people would ask something. Somebody would be like, oh, why is that harassment? And I'm just like, oh, dude, are you serious? Just go with it. You're exposing yourself as a moron. Just say yes and move on. You don't
Your ass looks great in those pants. How is that a harassment? That's a compliment.
Yeah, if you don't like trans people, just keep it to yourself. Don't expose yourself, you moron. Yeah, nice boobies. All right, I guess we can talk about Hell in a Cell.
Do you want to talk about it in your house too?
No, I barely even paid attention to that. NXT 2.0 is just like they got nothing going on.
It's good though.
There's just nobody that seems to like. I just don't care about. Like I like you. Do I really care? No, not really.
Like you don't like the whole Legato and the family feud going on? You really didn't like that? I'm interested where it goes now.
They should not be using fucking Lorenzo as a name, especially for a fucking NXT 2.0 jobber. Fucking Channing Lorenzo needs to be a fucking main eventer at WrestleMania, for God's sakes.
He's been winning matches, though. I don't think he's lost yet.
I just want Nikita Lyons to sit on my face.
Oh, she's hurt, though.
I don't care. She can sit on my face.
You're not a big fan of the Creed brothers?
Step on my cubes. No, I don't really care about them. Wow. I just don't give a shit. I like Pretty Deadly is like so flamboyantly gay. It's fucking amazing. But like
the Creed brothers are great, though.
Yeah, they're a good tag team that'll fucking break up, have a feud, and fucking one of them will become Shawn Michaels. The other one will be Marty Jannetty.
Well, I think both of them are kind of Shawn Michaels. One of them is going to be more Shawn
One
Michaels.
One of them's good looking, and I don't know if I think the good looking one is the one that they see like promising, and then like the fucking busted up dude is just the other guy.
Yeah, the beefier looking one is.
I don't know which one is which. I think that's Brutus.
The thinner, better looking one is
Julius. Julius. Yeah, so that must suck. You think he knows?
He has to know.
He must know, right?
I think he knows.
Hell in a Cell. Match of the night to me was still the that women's match. I don't understand like the fucking Hell in a Cell. I thought that was their like third best match of the trilogy. But because he got hurt, it's going to be rated higher. I don't agree with that at all.
Because it takes the whole story into it too.
His injury story overshadowed the actual story. Because all anybody talked about was the injury, and that makes it better. But the original story of Seth and him, like it was just all about his injury. Just because he wrestled hurt and was incredible and did an incredible thing, that makes the match better. Like he's going to give it like 5 stars. You're telling me that's the best match in WWE. So say he gives it 5 stars, that's the best match WWE has had since CM Punk and John Cena, according to
his mind, yes, because of the story, which is kind of stupid. But also, if you're giving that match 5 stars, I'm sorry, but that women's match should be the highest rated women's match since.
It was really, really good.
It was fantastic. It was
like
fantastic.
When they give them time, they're like, to me, Becky's not even a great wrestler, but like she's been on fire. I think she's gotten better. She just moves very weirdly and has no fluidity to when she walks and runs. So where it just looks weird.
She looks awkward.
But like her matches have been really good.
And Bianca's a effing beast. Like she's just so
she's
strong.
She's like what everyone thinks Charlotte is. She's like an actually good athlete who can actually wrestle.
Yes, and cut promos.
Like
I wish she would stop doing the hair whipping though. I really wish she would stop doing that.
And I've never been a huge fan of that or the EST, considering you can be the dumbest or the stupidest or the ugliest. And
but they brought that up. They brought that up in promos before.
Who? I don't remember anyone ever.
I swear to God, Becky called her the dumbest once.
I mean, I don't think they. I don't know if they. I don't honestly remember that. But if they did, I don't feel like they were like, "Oh, you're the EST. Well, you're the dumbest," because then that would just pull a hole in her entire fucking thing, and they're probably trying to avoid that.
I mean, he has to give that women's match like almost 5 stars, right?
If it's not at least 4.5, he's a fucking moron.
I mean, he gave from AEW. I'm pretty sure he gave Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa 4.5 stars.
I just don't understand how people take him seriously.
I think he did. I'm going to double check that, but I think he did.
I'm pretty sure he did, but like, he's just so bad. Like, come on, he's definitely being paid by Tony. He has to be.
Oh, 100%. He's definitely in their pocket. I actually never even noticed.
I mean, if you're giving that match 5 stars, the fucking Hell in a Cell, and you didn't give Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker 5 stars, I don't think he even gave either of them 5 stars.
I don't think he did.
I think he gave the second one a higher rating. I really hope he didn't. What was that, WrestleMania 26? I'll look that up.
It was 4.25 stars that he gave Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb, and he should rate this match higher. The women's match.
Let's see. Main event. Yeah, he gave the second fucking match higher than their first match at WrestleMania.
Because of the story.
You're a joke. That match was not nearly as good. I'm sorry. Just adding his career to that does not make that a better match. Guy's an absolute fucking dipshit. They were both 5 stars. Like, if I'm not a fan of the fucking, oh, well, this was better match, I'm going to go 5.5, right? All right. First one should have been 5. If you want to give the second one 4.75, fine. Give them both 5, fine. There's no way those are not. That first one is not at least a 5-star match. It's a fucking. It's just infuriating. I just don't understand. So you're telling me Cody and Seth, where they did less than what most people do in a cell, and the match was the worst one of the 3. Even though it was still fucking great. But like, just because he was injured, it's not like he faked the injury and told the story that way. Like, that just overshadowed everything. So I just don't understand how that's going to be a 5-star match.
I think it was one of the better Hell in a Cell matches that have happened too.
Well, a lot of them kind of suck. They usually don't have the story for it, and they just throw it in the cell.
This one had the story, and honestly, when he took his jacket off and you just saw the freaking...
That was insane.
It took the crowd out of the match for like a solid 15 minutes, because you're just like, how is he doing this? Why is he doing this?
I feel like the match itself would have been better if he wasn't hurt, but then you take away that part of the story. So it kind of evens out. But that's that's under 5 to me. 4.75 should be. Do
you honestly think though they would have done the same match had he not been hurt? I feel like they would have done crazier.
They probably would have done a little bit more, but probably seemed like he wasn't really hobbled by anything. I don't know how he was able to even fucking move, let alone fucking wrestle. I mean, did you see he posted today like the evolution of his? It was like a little.
It was like a little bit, and it escalated very quickly.
I wonder if he like slapped himself to like make it look as bad as possible. Imagine him just in the mirror, smacking it, trying to get it as bruised as possible. I don't know how he did it.
And like somebody weights, but I don't understand how he wrestled that match either. Like I
can't remember. I saw Rob tweeted something where people were like, if this was AEW, we'd be ripping him for letting him go out there. But like, Tony let fucking Matt Hardy continue after he like busted his fucking head.
A severe concussion.
Like, oh, I wouldn't let fucking Cody go out there. What are you gonna do? He didn't. It's not like he fucking tore a heart valve and he can go die. I mean, he tore a pec. He's not gonna do anything worse. It's not like he snapped his neck and it's fucking hanging by a thread and he's gonna go out there for one more match. It was a torn pec.
No, I mean he tore his pec, so he couldn't make the injury itself worse. But I mean, it was. If it wasn't against Seth Rollins, I wonder if they would have let them wrestle because they've wrestled. They're obviously comfortable with one another because obviously you're putting your life in the other person's hands and he only has one arm. You know what I mean?
I'm sure there were plenty of guys who would have done it. It's also not like he fucking blew out a knee and he's hoping. It's his fucking arm and his pec. So I feel like, and it's also, there's no way they made him do that.
He wanted to do it.
No fucking chance.
He apparently insisted, like, my
course
ass
he
is
did.
going out there. Like, you're not stopping me, Vince.
But there's no way Vince was like, yeah, you need to do this. And he's like, yeah, I want to do this. Vince was probably like, all right, well, we can find another way to do it. And he's like, no, I'm going to go out there.
Yeah, we can do an injury angle. Somebody can fill in. Like, and he's like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm doing this.
So
but that
it's
also
fucking-
shows the respect that he has from Vince to Vince be like, all right, if you think you can, do it.
It's one of the most fucking badass things ever.
Oh,
And then
he's a goddamn legend now. I honestly think this injury is going to make him winning the WWE Championship next year.
Well, he's
even better.
already a bigger star than he was in his entire AEW run.
Oh, completely.
Right at the beginning, he was hot and over and stuff, and then people started to get sick of him. And instantly, in 2 months, he's only been here for 2 months.
Yeah.
Already
He's
bigger star. And now he gets hurt. Fucking asshole. Now he turned fucking Finn Balor heel and Edge into another babyface. So you got Lashley, AJ, and Edge as your top babyfaces. This fucking trickle-down effect of this injury is fucking insane. Because I feel like there's no chance in hell that the plan was to break up the Judgment Day. They just don't see Finn Balor as somebody who could slide into a top face spot, even though he probably could. But you have Edge, who's already a fucking god. So just turn him face. But I wonder if he's probably like, I get it, we should do this, sure. But he's probably not happy about it.
I really wonder,
Judgment Day was cool.
What if this was the plan all along?
It
has nothing to do
There's
with
no way.
Cody's injury.
No, there's no way. There's no way. Why would you wouldn't turn Edge heel just to turn him back face?
But you
Because if you
turn
had
Edge heel, turn him back face to turn Finn Balor into a huge heel who's going to be here longer.
You don't want to throw away Judgment Day. Because if you just have Priest and Rhea Ripley attack him, it makes no sense. They just got together. You want to keep that, have them doing something. And they're like, all right, well, we trust Finn enough to put him on TV, but we don't see him as a big-time babyface. Just let him fucking be a heel like he was in NXT.
It was a swerve I was not expecting at all.
I can't believe they fucking... I thought he was going to turn on them and be like, nah, just kidding. And then they fucking turn on Edge. So he'll be the big babyface. Hopefully, he's probably only going to be out a couple weeks. But
And he'll probably be back after Money in the Bank, I'd guess.
I think it's time to say that putting both titles on Roman was moronic. Why is he not wrestling? What is he doing right now?
They only want him on big shows.
You can't give him both titles. Like, what are you doing? You don't have a single champion on TV at all. And SmackDown already sucks.
Oh, are you trying to say Ricochet is not good?
I mean, he's not fucking big enough star to fucking carry SmackDown.
Well,
People are getting sick of Roman anyway, and now he's not even on TV as champion. Like, it's just the rest of his title reign is a joke.
You got to assume on Friday that Gunther is going to win the Intercontinental title and probably make that like the main title on SmackDown when Roman's not there.
At least be on TV. You don't have to. You've been not wrestling on TV forever. Just be on TV, you fucking moron. Like, I don't get it. Not that it's Roman's call, unless he's hurt or something. I don't understand why you put both titles on him to do nothing with him. Nothing. Get the titles off of him. And now one of the fucking guys is gone. So you don't know who's taking the title off of Roman now.
It's got to be Drew. It's got to be Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, but who's taking the other one? Cody was going to take the other one.
Maybe no one does.
If Drew doesn't beat him, I've been saying this for fucking like a year. Drew has to be one of the guys to beat Roman. It's fucking completes his story.
And doing it in the UK.
By Roman. I'm still pissed he lost to Roman at WrestleMania 35. Roman had fucking cancer. Comes back, beats Drew. It's like, fuck out of here. He needs to fucking beat Roman. Finally.
He's got it. It's going to be at the UK pay-per-view. He's
not even from Cardiff, though.
No.
That's the funny point. He's not even like close from there. It just pisses me off. Like, fucking put your champion on TV.
But I get making him not wrestle. But to your point, having him on TV, I'd be fine with him only wrestling like once every 2 months.
How about you fucking just wrestle on TV and don't do any house shows, you pussy? Like, if you don't want to wrestle that much anymore, fine. Just be on TV every week or drop the fucking belts.
Having him wrestle weekly is going to limit the amount of people.
He doesn't have to wrestle weekly. He should wrestle on like one SmackDown a month at least. Like, yeah, to fucking be on. Seth Rollins is wrestling all the time.
He's not a champion.
Doesn't matter. He was champion. He was wrestling all the time. I don't need to see a guy fucking. He's on TV every week. Wrestle once in a while. You're not Brock Lesnar who shows up for a 30-second promo and then wrestles at the pay-per-view. If you're gonna be there every week, wrestle once in a while. Fucking squash somebody. I don't care. It just makes no sense. Don't even put your fucking get the titles off them. It's just fucking dumb. You don't need to unify the titles. Take him off him. Have him face The Rock at WrestleMania for no title. He gets another fucking main event for no reason, and we can fucking move on. And then he can retire for all I care. He obviously doesn't want to fucking wrestle that much anymore. I wonder if he's losing passion for it or he's just fucking tired.
He's probably tired.
Then fucking just don't work house shows, dude. You only have to work once a fucking week. Like, imagine, yeah, I want to be your champion, but I don't really want to work that much. Like, dude, stop. There are plenty of fucking guys that can take the title and show up every week. Plus, he's just getting stale. Like, he finally got cool when he turned heel, and then they rode the same thing into the fucking ground every week. And look at the Usos. Their title reign is kind of garbage. They never defend the titles. When
Yes,
they do, not really. They've been champions for like a year and a half. Now they're unified titles. And the only time they lose is fucking champion. Don't even get me started on championship.
I hate championship contender matches. Make me so fucking angry.
Have the Street Profits face somebody else to earn a title shot. You don't have them beat the champions just to lose to the champions.
Exactly. Have it be like a triple threat match for all I care with American Alpha, with the Alpha Academy, the Street Profits, and like Ruben
America's
Ziggler,
top team.
America's top team. They get, the Usos. They don't have to beat the champion to get a title. It makes me. They do it all the time, and it makes me.
And the champions always lose those matches, and then they always keep the title. It's just
makes me so
staggering.
Mad. It's lazy booking.
I just want to like stop doing the podcast now because I'm so angry. Roman, get your fucking ass to SmackDown and drop the fucking title.
Well, he's going to be on SmackDown Friday.
It's still not. I mean, their biggest star is on their worst show. Like this, it's unbelievable. It just fucking goes back and forth for no reason whatsoever. It's like they have one guy who's really good at writing and he like switches brands every fucking like month. It doesn't make any sense. But now without Cody, that kind of sucks. I was really into Cody. I didn't like Cody at all towards the end of his run because he just was such a tool. Solving racism, fucking destroying thrones. Like, fuck out of here, dude. Well, that was at the beginning of his run. But I was like, not a big Cody guy back then. And then he came over here. And it was just the factor of the fucking guy who basically started that company just came to WWE. And then they killed it with everything. And he gets hurt. It's fucking, karma's not real. It's fucking, there's no God.
But I feel like this is going to make him bigger when he does come back. Like if he comes back at the Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble, the pop he's going to get when he comes out the Royal Rumble, you know what I mean?
But it's a fucking waste of 6 to 8 months. It sucks. So he could have put on even more great matches.
At least now it can complete his story at WrestleMania next year.
He doesn't need that. Although I wouldn't be opposed to having fucking Seth be champion at WrestleMania.
That's what I'm thinking. Have Seth win Money in the Bank.
Then he beats him a fucking fourth time.
Beats him a fourth time, but that completes the story again. Seth says he has what Cody
I bet you they change that and they have Seth just beat him at WrestleMania.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Then he can win it at WrestleMania Backlash. Why don't they just do that? He faces him at Backlash, Mania again, Backlash again, and Hell in a Cell again. He'll only have 6 matches in the company. Or
all against Seth.
Pay-per-view matches. Mania, Backlash, Hell in a Cell. Comes back at the Rumble. Mania, Backlash, Hell in a Cell. That's basically what it's going to be like if he can get back in time.
Which I think
he can get back in 4 months, or he could get back in fucking. It's probably not going to be a full year. I would say it's probably like 8 months.
I think 6-7 months probably. Which means if he has surgery, what today? Like I think they said
he's having it today or tomorrow.
So if he has the surgery, Royal Rumble next year is like the end of January. So it's almost 7 full months he has to recover before the Royal Rumble. Let's just pencil it in around. Cody Rhodes is winning the Royal Rumble next year,
or just have him win Money in the Bank. He comes out at the end of the fucking match, like Lesnar
climbs the ladder,
gets it, and then you never see him again until fucking whenever he comes back. But I don't think he would. That would be dumb to have him finally win the WWE title on a cash in.
Yeah, I don't think they should do that. I honestly think the perfect way the story lines up now is return Rumble, win Mania against Seth. That to me, that's what you have to do.
That seems too obvious. That I wonder. I bet you they don't have him win the Rumble and he wins like the Chamber or some weird shit. But I would just go all in. Just have him win the Rumble. There's no who else. Every year they're like, it's fucking who's gonna win the Rumble, and it's never anybody fucking new. So just have Cody win. Who cares? And then I guess the rest of that pay-per-view was good. Another overachieve, like big overachieve.
They always do that. On paper, like, this is going to be terrible, but the wrestling is just great. Why don't they give them time to actually wrestle on other shows too?
Considering Roman is a fucking useless piece of shit, back-to-back shows were no fucking world championship matches, and yet they were actually really good pay-per-views.
I mean, I could do without the Madcap Moss Happy Corbin match, but
Well,
the
one at Hell in a Cell was better. At least they fucking did
that's true.
Falls Count Anywhere, whatever the fuck it was. Fucking No Holds Barred. What am I looking at right now? How did I get to Hell in a Cell 2021? I was like, Charlotte was not on that show.
You missing Charlotte?
God, I want her to stay away longer.
I hope she never comes back.
Well, also fucking Ronda's not on any shows. Like, stop putting the belts on your people who aren't fucking showing up.
She's been on almost every week.
Put her on the pay-per-view.
I don't know why they didn't put her on the pay-per-view. She should have been on the pay-per-view.
Like, they're so obsessed with her. They think she's a big draw. Put her on your fucking show.
She was on SmackDown Friday when Natalya won the match to become number one contender. They had a stare down. That should have been on the show Sunday. Like, don't have that at Money in the Bank. Put that show on Sunday.
I'm guessing she doesn't want to fucking wrestle.
Or they don't want to. They don't want to overexpose her.
Then don't put her on TV. Don't put the belt on.
Don't put the belt on.
Although I'm fine with her because she beat Charlotte.
Do you think Bayley ever returns at this point? She's been out for almost a full year now.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Maybe I wonder if it's like, yeah, we don't have plans for you. But like, how do you not have plans for her? She wrestled in 2 Hell in a Cell matches the last 2 years in front of 0 fans.
Yep.
She missed. She got injured before fans came back, I think. So
yeah.
She just got the shaft.
And when they did have fans at WrestleMania, she wasn't on.
She did a host thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if she can. I think she might have come out, but like she hasn't.
But she didn't wrestle in front of fans. You know what I mean? Like
No, she wasn't even hurt then. She just wasn't on the Mania card.
And then she got hurt in June.
Then she did get hurt in front of fans. Or she got hurt training, I think.
Yeah, because they didn't officially have fans back.
They're supposed to have a match
against Bianca.
Oh, that's so depressing.
So now did she come back?
So did they not have fans right after WrestleMania?
They did not.
That's right, because they had fans at Mania, but then they weren't fully allowed to have fans in arenas yet.
Yep, and then it was like July when they started finally having fans again.
She needs to just come back as like the fucking hugger again.
She's not
gonna get booze, or she's gonna come back as a face and then probably turn right away.
I don't see her coming back as a face. I think what you just said, they're gonna cheer her, and then she's gonna immediately do stuff to get heat.
Nobody comes back as a heel though. They're gonna cheer her, and then just a matter of how long they take until they turn her. Do they really need? How many faces do they have? They have fucking Becky. Not Becky. They have Bianca, Asuka.
Becky's not a face.
Liv. No, I just said that. Who the fuck else on SmackDown? Ronda. Just Ronda. Who the fuck
Raquel.
Ugh. She's awful. She should be a face on SmackDown.
So these are the faces on SmackDown currently. Xia Li.
Yikes.
Ronda, Raquel.
Aaliyah. Oof.
Here are the heels on SmackDown currently.
Everyone else?
Lacey Evans.
I think she's a face still.
Natty. Shayna Baszler. Shotzi. That's it. That's the entire SmackDown women's roster.
Sign more women. What are you guys doing? Well, I guess when your fucking stupid ass tag team champions walk out. I think they were technically on SmackDown.
They technically were on SmackDown, yes.
Fuck those bitches.
Like Bayley has to come back, I think, as a heel and feud with Ronda and have Bayley beat Ronda. That's what I would do.
There's no way they're going to have. There's no way. I feel like Ronda's fucking. The only time she's going to lose is when she's going away. Or if she's going to fucking about to get the title. She lost to Becky and then she lost to Charlotte just to beat her. Just to have the fucking. Vince does that all the time. Hey, we're just going to have a random fucking person win here, even though nobody sees it coming. So we're going to have Charlotte retain to get another bullshit match out of them that nobody wants to see.
The faces that are on Raw, Alexa, Asuka, Bianca, Liv. Is Dana Brooke a face?
Yeah, but she's not even in the women's division right now.
That's
Neither is
true.
Tamina.
Then you have your heels being
Becky,
Sonya, Doudrop, Nikki ASH.
Doudrop's kind of underrated.
They need to give her.
She can actually wrestle.
And Zelina, but Zelina's out injured.
And where's Carmella?
And Carmella. I forgot about Carmella.
Ugh.
Carmella.
It's the best women's wrestling, and they have like no people. What the fuck are they doing?
And then the NXT women's roster is like 17 people deep.
Fucking Katana Chance.
Such an awful name.
She can sit on my face too.
Such an awful
Two
name.
completely different. I want to see her fight fucking Nikita, whatever the fuck her name is.
Nikita Lyons.
Fucking
whose real
La
name is
Nikita?
Faith. Faith Jeffries.
That sounds like a fucking porn star.
She kind of looks like one.
Faith Jeffries. Is she American? I can't remember if hearing her speak.
She has like I think she is American.
She's from
but
Vegas.
She's got a little bit of an accent.
Faith Jeffries is an American professional wrestler and Taekwondo practitioner and musician. What?
Yeah, she does it all.
A Taekwondo practitioner and a musician. What the fuck?
She does it all.
And her fucking biography is like nothing. She started Taekwondo at 4 years old, earning a black belt by age of 8. Jesus.
Don't you remember all the vignettes they were showing her? Like it was showing her doing all this stuff, and then it showed her rapping, which was not good, by the way.
Oh, that's what you call a musician? I thought she like played the guitar or some shit. She wrestled under at WoW called Faith the Lioness.
Interesting name.
Nikita Lyons. I kind of like that name though. All right, I think we're done.
I say let's do it.
I don't have anything else. And you can start getting the fucking on this day ready. I'm gonna go get the fucking drink.
All right. I wonder how far this fridge is that he's going to. His microphone, if you guys are watching on YouTube right now, is literally standing completely upright. Looks like a penis.
This is gonna be awful.
You have a fridge in your room?
Mini fridge.
Nice.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
What do we got for this week's Unusual Death?
Are we still doing this?
I think we should.
We got to find like
we should do a poll.
Some other fucking like true crime bullshit. Like I'll just pick one of Mikey's stories and just fucking regurgitate that. All right,
so we went from 90s to 80s.
How about an unknown from 2020?
Okay.
Did we do this? An unknown 54-year-old man from Massachusetts. That sound familiar?
No.
All right. Forgot my computer's touchscreen. So whenever I brush like dust off of it, it moves.
An unknown touchscreen. That's cool.
Yeah, it's also a tablet. It can like flip over.
Ooh.
An unknown 54-year-old man from Massachusetts, so already a piece of shit, died after eating a bag and a half of black licorice every day for a few weeks, which caused such low potassium levels in his body that his heart stopped. Licorice contains something or other acid, which, along with its metabolic acid, interferes with the body's potassium levels by mimicking the hormone aldosterone, resulting in excessive excretion of the nutrient. In cases of overconsumption, a condition referred to as something really fucking long and wordy. I picked the absolute worst fucking one to try and read.
I'm sorry, but how is he unknown? If you know he died from eating too many licorice, how is he unknown?
Pseudohyperaldosteronism or other. Wow. Yeah, 54-year-old man, but his name is unknown.
From eating, I hate black licorice.
And he ate a bag and a half every fucking day for a few weeks. What?
I hate black licorice. Kate and I went to Trader Joe's on
licorice
Sunday.
In general is not that great, but black licorice is horrible.
We went to Trader Joe's Saturday. She got 2 bags of black licorice.
Absolute waste.
As we're checking out, cashier was like, "Oh my god, I love black licorice." I'm like, "I'm gonna go vomit in the corner now. It's disgusting."
Yeah, that's one of like the worst.
Disgusting.
Candies. Like I can't even imagine. Like I would rather eat like 1,000 grape fucking Skittles than
awful.
Eat black licorice.
I'd rather have ranch or sour cream.
I wouldn't do that. I'd eat the black licorice.
It's
disgusting.
How is it enjoyable? Why?
Of all the candy options, imagine picking black licorice. Oh. That's like being like, pick any of the candies. Oh, I want some fucking Freedent. Yeah, this is got a sweet tooth. Let's get some Freedent. Fucking unbelievable. That shit is gross.
Awful.
Fucking Volkswagen Scirocco.
Awful.
All right. So what happened on June 7th, throughout time.
And we have a couple birthdays today. A few of them have actually passed. It's actually a good birthday day for June 7th. See, Dean Martin was born on this day in 1917. He died in 1995. Liam Neeson turned 70 today.
70? Wow.
70.
Fucking Liam.
Dude's been fucking taking everything. Now he's going to have to take his goddamn blood pressure medication so he doesn't die tonight. Jesus.
He's going to have to take a rod up his ass and get a colonoscopy.
Prince was born on this day in 1958. He passed away in 2016. We have a wrestling birthday. Mick Foley turns 57.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And former tennis star, using
Martina
the term
Navratilova?
star lightly, loosely, Anna Kournikova.
Should have
41.
said tennis sex god. 41. God, we're fucking getting old.
We have...
I forgot to change my shirt. I wore a wrestling shirt today.
The 3 deaths that I have for you are all sports. All sports. On this day in 1993, Drazen Petrovic.
The Nets guy, yeah.
Yep. He, Yugoslav-Croatian NBA player for the New Jersey Nets, died in an auto accident in Deckendorf, Bavaria. He was only 28, and he was actually really coming into his own. He averaged 15 points a game for his career, but in his last 2 seasons, he averaged 20 and 22, so he was becoming a star.
Yeah.
On this day in 26. Wow.
The year 26?
Wow, in the year 26. In 2006, John Tenta, best known to wrestling fans as Earthquake, died at the age of 42 after contracting bladder cancer.
Miss that guy.
He was only 42, which means he'd only be, 58 now. He probably would have wrestled how many more times in WWE?
He would have definitely come back.
Signed again. That means when he debuted in WWF in the 80s, he was like 24 and looked like he was 45.
I don't think he debuted at the end of the 80s.
So it was like 87, 88. So he was like 24, 25.
That's ridiculous.
He
debuted in the crowd. He's a guy.
He had like the bald head, like the hair on the side. He looked like he was in his 50s.
Yep.
Back then. And then the last death happened last year, actually, 2021. Jim Fossil, former Giants head coach, former University of Utah head coach, died from a heart attack at the age of 71.
Putting all my chips on the table. If you want in, get in. If you want out, get out. This team is going to the playoffs. We sure fucking did. Went all the way to the Super Bowl. Love that guy.
He was a good coach. Some events that happened on this day. On this day in 2002, Kim Possible debuted 20 years ago today.
She's all over fucking TikTok.
Love Christy Carlson Romano.
Fucking New Milford Zone.
That's right. She is from New Milford.
Oh, I didn't change the fucking banner, you prick.
And 2 things happened on this day in 2010.
2 things.
2 things. On the MLB draft, Southern Nevada outfielder Bryce Harper was the first pick by the Washington Nationals.
Pretty good pick.
Decent. See, I think it kind of worked out well. I forgot that he was like hyped up when he was like 15. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. He went to like the junior college, Southern Nevada, when he was like 17.
Insane.
And it's just unbelievable. And then on this day in 2010, one of the most memorable conclusions to an episode of Monday Night Raw in the show's history happened in Miami, Florida.
2010?
2010.
Benoit was already dead, so it wasn't the fucking limousine ending.
That's actually coming up soon. That's like 2 weeks away.
Fucking 2010?
The main event.
The Nexus?
The main event of the Viewer's Choice Special saw John Cena and CM Punk face off in a bout that ended in a no contest when the match was interrupted by the Rookies who took part in the recently
wow, I got that one right.
Of WWE's NXT show.
That was
led by
shit.
Wade Barrett. The gang assaulted Cena as various ringside employees and laid waste to ringside, including half destroying the ring itself.
Daniel Bryan got himself fired.
The group would soon go on to be known as Nexus and be a fixture in the main event scene in the company for several months. During the angle, Daniel Bryan used Justin Roberts' own tie to choke him in a vicious-looking spot, and it got him immediately fired.
I wonder what would have happened, how different his career would have been if he was in Nexus that whole time. They fucked Nexus so bad.
Why did John Cena
John,
insist on going
that's
over?
the dumbest thing he's done in his entire career. Like, how do you not have the foresight to be like, yeah, this is a dumb idea? If Jericho and Edge are like, why didn't they speak up? They were just like whatever. I don't understand how you think that's a good thing, John. Like, Nexus is still new. That was in June. So Survivor Series was in November. So they're still in their first 6 months, and you're gonna fucking not put them. You're a moron.
Wasn't it at
Absolute
SummerSlam?
idiot. Oh yeah, it was at SummerSlam.
So 2 months, not even 2 months.
Yeah, you're an idiot. I wonder how long they lasted. I wonder if they did anything at Survivor Series, because it was like an elimination match. So you think Survivor Series, but it was SummerSlam. And I remember somehow I knew Daniel Bryan came back because somebody reported it or tweeted it or
It
something.
was like WrestleZone or something.
I ran into Mikey and Alex, and I was like, Daniel Bryan, and they were like, what the fuck? And then he fucking comes out. It was insane.
Can you name? Do you remember the 7 people that were on Team WWE?
Oh, it was Cena, Edge, Jericho.
Yeah.
Del
Well, you said
Rio,
Daniel Bryan.
Bryan. Miz wasn't on there. Bret Hart.
Bret Hart.
For no reason. How many is that? 5?
That's 5 of 7.
Del Rio wasn't on there, right?
Nope.
No, that makes no sense. Who are 2 other baby faces in 2010? Bret Hart is the most obscure one.
Yeah.
I don't know the other 2. Who the fuck else?
One is still in WWE today, and
Ziggler?
one recently got fired.
So it's not Ziggler.
Nope.
One is
Ziggler
still
was
in
in
WWE.
Ziggler was in the Intercontinental title match because he was Intercontinental champion with Vicky Guerrero, and he beat Kofi Kingston.
Who the fuck is still in WWE? Was it Kane wasn't on that team? Was he?
No, he defeated Rey Mysterio in the match before for the World Heavyweight title.
Who the fuck was it then?
R-Truth.
Oh my god, what an awful fucking team. And then who just got fired?
John Morrison.
Wow, that's kind of a mediocre team.
Honestly, if you gave me 10 chances to name all 7 members of the Nexus, I would have forgotten 2 of them.
Oh, come on. Wade Barrett, Michael Tarver, Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, Otunga. Was Sheffield on the team?
Skip Sheffield would have been the one I forgot.
And then who's the fucking 7th one that I'm missing? Michael Tarver is the most obscure one. Yeah,
you're missing one of the obvious ones.
Fucking Nexus. Why am I drawing a complete blank? This is pissing me off.
This is you should
the fucking Wade Barrett, Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, Otunga, Tarver, Skip Sheffield. Why am I forgetting the last fucking guy?
He was in a good tag team.
Why am I forgetting the last fucking guy in the Nexus?
Oh, come on, player.
It's not fucking... Was it? No, Curtis Axel wasn't in there.
No, it was not Michael McGillicuddy.
Who the fuck is the other guy in Nexus? I remembered Michael Tarver, for God's sake. Give me a hint.
I gave you a hint.
What?
Come on,
was it a good tag team? How's it a hint? They were all in good tag teams.
Let's go, player.
Wait, what?
That's the hint. I'm
drawing such a disgusting blank.
His tag team partner was awful.
Oh, the fucking what was the goddamn coffee shop that you fucking saw him? Darren goddamn Young. Ugh. I was gonna ask if he was black because I thought it was a black guy. Damn.
I'm surprised you remembered Michael Tarver but couldn't remember Darren Young. Skip Sheffield was one I would have forgotten because I forgot that he was in that
Ryback.
I forgot he was in that group.
Yep. What'd it do? All right, I have no good place to film myself right now. Like, I just have to put it right here. So I'm going to, this is going to be awful. I don't think I'm going to be able to take more than one sip of this shit.
As you're opening that, the 4 months later, October, bragging rights pay-per-view, main event, Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton for the title. Wade Barrett won by disqualification.
Was Cena the referee?
He was managing Wade Barrett. Had Barrett
managing Wade Barrett.
Had Barrett lost, Cena would have been fired.
Wasn't there a thing where he had to be champion? He had to win the title or Cena would get fired or something like that?
Something like that.
It's just so bad.
The Survivor Series main event was John Cena was special guest referee. Since Orton won, Cena was fired. Had Barrett won, Cena would be free from the Nexus. The Nexus were banned from ringside.
I love it. Survivor Series main event title match. All right. I'm recording right now. This is going to be awful. Ugh.
Mountain Dew Flamin
Flamin Hot. Dew with a blast of heat and citrus. Let's just get this over with.
Gonna be awful. It smells spicy.
I don't know if that was the heat or just because I got a burst of citrus and then bubbles up my nose. That actually smells pretty good, but there is a weird tingle.
Oh, it's gonna burn.
I wish I would get a weird tingle more often.
Oh, it's gonna burn.
It actually honestly smells pretty good. The citrus is pretty good. All right, ready? Oh, fuck my life. I'm doing this for free, by the way, because you suck. But I'm the only one who does anything on the podcast.
I do suck. I'm sorry.
Here we go.
Bottoms up. Bottoms up. I think you gotta take a bigger sip.
I'm just waiting for any heat whatsoever. I don't have it. There's like nothing yet. A little bit. There's a little bit. This is probably a bad idea, but
swig it. Chug that shit. It's because you're taking little bitch sips.
No, I just took a legit sip. There's a little bit of heat. Like the back of my throat, a little bit. That's actually not bad. I don't want to start chugging it and then it's like like a fucking delayed heat. Like I can feel a little bit in the back of my throat, but it doesn't seem.
Yeah, the tagline for it is an unexpected union of spicy and sweet. The drink blends the bold taste of Mountain Dew and Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Each can of the drink expresses the combination of a familiar citrus flavor with a kick of heat.
There's heat right here, literally right there. I can feel it.
It's like the more you drink it.
It's building in the throat, though, not the mouth, which is strange.
Not in your mouth hole.
Oh, I don't know who this appeals to. I'm sorry.
I don't understand why anyone would enjoy that. Who wants to drink spice?
That's very strange. Yeah. So I'm going to dump the rest of that because I don't need to drink that. A little bit on the tongue. It's a weird aftertaste, too. So that's like, I don't get it. Somehow, some way, we've still managed to fucking make this podcast way too long. So I already got the PSAs out in the beginning, so we can just end.
Sounds good.
All
See
right.
you guys next week. Bye.